We had Jake Bringenstool still out, Marquise Brown out, Deion Bush is out, Kristen Fulton's out, Sky Moore was out. And then Tranquil hurt his back, so he just strained his back a little bit, and it was really almost a non-contact thing. So we'll just get him taken care of. Let's see who else I can tell you about. Xavier Worthy. So Xavier's it ended up not being a concussion. We had both the NFL involved with the clearing and our docs, and he's got a little liquid. He had a little liquid in his ear, and they took care of that, and it was throwing his equilibrium off just a bit. So that's a positive thing. But other than that, the guys have worked hard, done a nice job. Today they caught a break with the weather, nice and cool for them, and they're flying around. And it was good to see both sides of the ball making plays, great competition going on. When you do that, you're going to start improving, man. That's the objective in this thing, get better, a little bit better every day. So that time's yours.
You sense a better energy when the temperatures are like this?
Well, yeah. I mean, you guys are, you're more lively. There is. I mean, yeah, you know how it goes. I mean, when it's hot, you're pushing through. That's a tough thing, but being out there 2.5 hours or so, and the sun and heat, and it can be a little rough. Practice is rough anyways. Now that you add the heat into it, and it's even tougher. Yeah.
Andy, I know you love describing yourself as a teacher. Just what are you trying to teach Kingsley day after day? Just knowing that he's going up against Chris, obviously, one of the best defensive tackles in the league.
Yeah, that's going to make you great, right? So every day you can get better, and he's doing that. He's battling. They talk. He and Chris talk. Chris got a ton of respect for him. He knows how good he is, and so they work it. And then they were going back and forth today. He had some good ones. Chris had some good. Well, they're getting better. That makes each other better. Competition.
Coach, you got guys rotating on the offensive line. What does that do for you when you can see guys playing different positions?
Yeah, it gives you flexibility. So if somebody gets hurt, you plug a guy in. You only can adjust so many on game day. So you want to make sure you got some guys that can kind of move around a little bit. Whether it's a guard playing center, center playing guard, tackle playing guard. If you're lucky enough, you might get one that plays all three. So all three spots.
Going back to Kingsley, when he has the rookie year he did, and that's the cool. I just wonder how much is just trying to rebuild his confidence, or do you feel like he was already there?
Yeah, he's been on a mission since he got back. I mean, he's been pretty focused in on that. I think he likes that spot, and he's sure taken to it well. And he's willing to work. That's never been his issue, man. He comes out and he works his tail off. So we've been happy with what we see. We've got to keep going, but powerful kid.
What have you learned so far about Josh Simmons now that we've gotten to this portion of the offseason?
Yeah, first of all, he's getting a lot of reps, which I think is important for a rookie. So he's been in there and consistently showing up every day and working, and not taking plays off or any of that. But he's a worker. I mean, he's willing to do it. It's just a matter of you got to keep on going. But he's done a nice job with what we've asked him. He's working on all the fundamentals and techniques. So that's a challenge for him.
Andy, when it comes to Nico Remigio, we're about to catch up with, just that battle there with the long receivers trying to make the roster. What do you see out of the competitive nature of those guys, and how impressive you've been with some of those guys at the bottom of that?
Yeah, he's very competitive. Yeah. So, and they're all competing like crazy for 6 or 7 spots is what you're looking at. So they're in there battling their tail off to make one of those positions, and Remigio's doing that. I know you know him, and you know how competitive a kid he is. Everything he does, he's competitive. So now he has that punt return thing that goes into his favor, but we've got some other guys that are fighting for that too, that spot.
When you get down to those final decisions, how much of it ends up being, hey, this player's going to make the team because they play this position, and then they can do special teams? How much of it is also, wait a minute, this kid is a good special teams player, he needs to make the team somehow?
Yeah, so I tell the guys that, some of the guys are going to make it because of special teams. Every year you get 1 or 2 guys that are on your team because of special teams, and maybe they lack a little bit compared to somebody else in the position, but they just excel on special teams. So Tobe can have a core group develop a core group in there. 4 phases is what he'll say. So you want to find those guys and try to keep them if you can.
Coach, speaking of special teams, have you got a handle personally on the new kickoff rules, and how do you think it's going to affect things?
Yeah, I was checking that out yesterday in that game, and it's going to be interesting. There's some things. If your kicker can place the ball on kickoffs, man, you're asking a lot of those fielders there, and it's going to be interesting. We'll see how it all works. But curious to see. We're fortunate to have Bucker. I think when it comes to this type of thing.
And I'm sure you were relieved with the Xavier thing that it was only this. Can you just take us through the last couple of days trying to figure out exactly what was going on?
Yeah, no, listen, he wanted to get back in. He kept saying, I don't feel like I have a concussion. But you got to go through the protocol of it. And so, then they got him up there and examined him, and, it was what I said, so with the liquid in the ear. But I know that can throw you off balance, and that's where he was at. But he was convinced he didn't have one all along. But that's all right. I mean, we were cautious with it, and we're always going to do that.
Obviously good news for you guys with receivers since you were down a few to get him back immediately. Yeah, you
want numbers at that spot. You need legs, and we play a lot of those guys 3 at a time normally. So you need all the legs to get through practice.
And what kind of growth are you seeing from Rashee Rice in this camp, in and off the field?
Yeah, well, he's doing a nice job. He's done a nice job off the field. He's doing a nice job on the field. He's sometimes you learn from your mistakes. That's the important part. So all of that, and then on the field, he's just been full speed ahead. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
No pun intended.
During a golden afternoon press conference at the Kansas City Chiefs training camp, head coach Andy Reid stunned reporters by revealing a heartwarming and completely unexpected memory. He was the very first person Travis Kelce told about his engagement to global superstar Taylor Swift. Honestly, I thought he just wanted to go over some new plays. Reid chuckled, his eyes lighting up. Who would have guessed it was about a wedding? What was meant to be a straightforward media event focused on new recruits and the team's preparation for the upcoming NFL season suddenly turned into a viral moment when a journalist lightheartedly asked about Kelce's increasingly high-profile romance. Reid grinned, leaned into the mic, and dropped the bombshell. I wasn't planning on spilling this today, but hey, why not? Travis told me first that he's marrying Taylor. The room exploded with gasps and laughter as cameras clicked nonstop. It was a moment no one saw coming, confirmation of one of the entertainment world's most speculated love stories, straight from the Chiefs' legendary coach. When pressed for more, Reid didn't hold back. It happened the night before training camp, he recalled. Travis called me up. I assumed it was about his flight or something like, "Coach, I'm jet-lagged from Italy. Can I get one more day?" But instead, he just said, "Coach, I proposed and she said yes." Reid paused, his voice softening. I had to sit down. I thought he was messing with me, but the way he talked about her, it was different. No ego, just pure heart. He added that the entire team will soon receive an exclusive wedding invitation, hinting at a once celebration ahead. Travis told me this was the most grown-up, meaningful decision he's ever made on. I believed every word. Coach Andy Reid revealed with a proud smile, his voice laced with emotion. He went on to share that the entire Chiefs organization, from star quarterback Patrick Mahomes to defensive powerhouse Chris Jones and every coach on the staff, would be personally invited to witness the big day. Travis looked me in the eye and said, "Coach, this isn't just about love, it's about loyalty. Everyone in the Chiefs family is part of our story." That moment struck a deep chord, showing just how much the team truly means to him. Reid even joked, "Taylor's so down-to-earth, I could probably be the best man if they asked." But beneath the humor was a genuine sense of admiration for the pop icon. Reid opened up further, describing Taylor Swift as incredibly warm and humble, a woman who never shied away from being part of the Chiefs' journey. She's been at Arrowhead more times than some rookies. He laughed, referencing her frequent appearances in the stands, supporting Travis. What was once dismissed as a celebrity fling has now blossomed into something truly monumental, and the bond between Taylor, Travis, and the Chiefs feels stronger than ever. After sharing such a heartfelt